Okay. Wednesday.
Yeah, good morning, Vincent.
Legislative Council, big day.
Big
Hong
day.
Kong's big day.
Yep.
The constitutional reform package.
Absolutely.
Specifically, we only have one package this time.
That's all they're talking about?
Election. Yep.
3-day council
meeting.
meeting.
Will be put to the council for a vote.
Yes.
Keyword for today is resolution.
Resolution.
Yeah. On a technical perspective,
the pandems are resolute. They will not pass this resolution.
Yeah, we're not talking about the screen resolution, right?
No. Totally
high
different.
resolution, right?
Yes.
But resolute.
Yes.
Resolution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we going to revisit our solutions?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's funny. I got asked a question the other day, and someone's like, "Oh, you're Harvard Times. You cover politics. You must be writing about the constitutional reform all the time." So, we did write about it when there was still... Not all the time, because we did write about it when there was a sense that people were putting forward ideas, and those ideas might actually have a chance of being adopted or being accepted. But then in the end, the hammer came down, and the law was, this is the way it is going to be. And we are now finally arriving at the end of the beginning of that process, right? We are not at the end of anything. We are at the end of the beginning, right? Well, I guess we're at the end of the beginning, which is something. But because over the next 3 days, this package is almost certainly going to be voted down.
You say it is the...
end of the beginning.
I say it's the beginning of an end.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's the beginning of an end.
Okay.
I think that's what this show is so special about. We always have discourse.
Yeah.
But we can always try to arrive to a conclusion. And this is
you can try. Yes.
Yeah. And this is what I would say. This is what communications
is all about.
It's all about. And this is, in a very metaphysical sense, this is what philosophy is all about.
All right.
Dialogue,
we can be a little bit bit philosophical.
But I would say it's not the beginning of it. It's not the end of a beginning.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of an end.
Okay.
The end of a paradigm. The end of a era. The end of the so-called pandemocrats.
Really? You think this is the end of the pandemic?
I think this is the end of the pandemocrats.
Because it is clear, how can you be pro-democracy if there's never going to be democracy?
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
On the other hand,
wow,
on the other hand,
tough call.
I mean, even today, they cannot accept defeat, and they treat their defeat as victory. I mean, they spent 30 years. They spent 30 years of their precious life to fight for something.
Oh, and more for some of them.
Yeah, and they did not get what they want.
Yeah.
I think they should accept defeat. It's a very bitter
defeat.
It's not even a bitter victory.
It's really tough.
It's not even a bitter victory. It's a bitter defeat. And they should accept that the strategy for the past 30 years, 3 decades, does not come into fruition. Yeah.
Well, it hasn't come to fruition. That is an incontrovertible fact.
Yeah. So
are people going to give up? No.
No. But it's the end of the pandemocrats.
Okay.
People will not think the pandemocratic way, or the method, the strategy, would come into anything bigger.
And you to use an analogy from ecology, as the mighty tree falls in the forest, it creates a clearing where new growth will come up. Do you think they are the mighty tree that has fallen, and there is going to be new growth, more radical growth, maybe?
It could be radical growth,
right?
I'm
localists.
I have interviewed a lot of pandemocrats,
and
they think that they will have a short honeymoon period. They even told me they will have a short honeymoon period
after this vote.
I don't think I'm telling them, no, you won't even have a honeymoon period.
Yeah,
it's kind of like bandage.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Just peel it off.
Yeah,
and then people will forget about you. Immediately. They need you to do something else.
Yeah,
immediately. But the pandemocrats have nothing about the solution.
They don't know what to do next.
Yeah. So that's why I say resolution. I would break into revisiting solutions.
So is it time to pass the torch then? Is it time for the old guard to say, we didn't get the job done. However, here is the next generation. Yeah. I mean, we've been looking at that lately. Young guys like Joshua Wong.
I have been thinking of one keyword.
Yep.
I may use that keyword for our next episode.
Okay.
I think we do not need pandemocrats anymore.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I think the word pan one of the major reasons that they cannot come up with consensus.
Because they've always tried to be too broad.
Yeah.
Pan, suggests that they're broad, but they're always...
They're on a pan.
Yeah.
And they are being fried.
Well, they are being fried,
they're being fried
for real.
Yeah, so I don't think the Pan-Democrats' existence will come up with anything significant in terms of constitutional reform. That's what I think.
I think, Joseph Cheng has done his best to hold them together for the last couple of years.
I know, but...
He's retiring professionally.
Yeah, and Michael De Goya from Baptist University.
Michael De Goya is on his way, so maybe it's time for the old guard to go.
Yeah, and I think the Pan-Dem approach, no longer works because they cannot come up with one specific package. So the other route will be, of course, what you have just mentioned.
Well, it's going to
be
the
radical approach.
Radical approach. It'll be a war of mosquitoes. It'll be the death by 1,000 cuts.
And the localism and all that.
Yeah.
Whatever that word means.
Pile of little groups.
Yeah. But what I'm looking for is another R word. Rationalists.
Okay. The rationalists.
The rationalists.
Well, everybody likes.
Well, we have we have the pro-establishment.
Yeah.
Becoming more like the Republicans. That's another R words.
Okay.
Republicans in the sense of the Republic of China.
Okay.
Closer to China.
Well,
that
would be a very very radical redefinition of the word Republican. What it typically applies to people.
Yeah. Republicans.
But
pro-establishment will have a stronger sense that Hong Kong has to rely on the Republic.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you have the radicals, and I'm looking for not what they so-call the middle ground approach.
Right.
Because middle ground is too soft.
Yeah.
We need rationalists who put up arguments, who keep the discourse within the Legislative Council. Otherwise, policy discussion would be useless.
Well, Siwa Lung has already said he will not be talking constitutional reform anymore after this week. So it's going to be everything else, which people actually care about, which, is true. But, it may be the beginning of the end. I'm my assertion at the beginning of the top of the show was that it was the end of the beginning of the post-1997 era. And, we're how many years in? 17 years in?
17 years.
18 years in. And almost 18 years. We're ready for the next phase.
All right.
And I think the next phase is going to be the one that determines the future of the city.
Of course. I mean, in Hong Kong, when you turn 18, you got your Hong Kong identity card.
You're an adult now.
You're
Time
an
to grow
adult.
up.
So July 1st this year, we all turn 18.
All right.
The SAL turns 18, and we'll see.
See how it grows up.
All right.
I'll be here for it.
Thank you, Andrew.
Cheers, Vincent.